Welcome back to the channel World Coins Master Coin Lovers, Treasure Hunters, and History Buffs. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and mythical coins in American numismatic history. That's right, we are talking about the legendary 1972 1-cent coin, also known as the Coin of Liberty. You may know it simply as the Lincoln penny, but what if I told you that this tiny copper coin, weighing only a few grams, could be worth a staggering $430 million in today's market? Yes, you heard that right, $430 million. Buckle up, because the story of this coin is going to blow your mind. First, let's take a walk through history. The Lincoln cent, or Lincoln penny, was first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was a historic change for the U.S. Mint because it was the first regular-issue American coin to feature a real person, and not just any person, but the beloved 16th President of the United States. The design by Victor David Brenner was revolutionary and has stood the test of time, with Lincoln's profile gracing the obverse of the coin for more than a century. But in 1972, something special happened. That year, the U.S. Mint struck millions of 1-cent coins. However, not all of them were created equal. Among those millions, a small number had a distinct and rare flaw, a bold and dramatic double die. Yes, we're talking about the 1972 double die obverse Lincoln cent. This wasn't a minor imperfection. The doubling was so intense and so obvious that even the naked eye could spot it without magnification. The inscriptions like "I in God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1972 appeared to be stamped twice, slightly offset, creating an almost ghostly double image. Now, you may be wondering, why did this happen? The answer lies in the minting process. During the die creation stage, one of the working dies used to strike the coin received a second impression slightly misaligned with the first. When that die was used to strike the planchets, or blank coins, it transferred that doubling onto each and every coin it struck. But the mint quickly discovered the error and removed the die from circulation. Only a limited number of these double-dyed pennies were ever released into the public's hands. Experts estimate that around 20,000 to 30,000 examples exist, but only a fraction of them remain in mint state condition today. Collectors went wild. Numismatists across the country started checking their change, digging through old jars, and scouring penny rolls from banks, all in the hopes of finding this incredible error coin. Over time, the 1972 double-die penny became one of the most famous and most sought-after Lincoln cents ever produced. But it didn't stop there. As the years passed, the mythos surrounding the 1972 1-cent coin grew. Some collectors and historians began whispering about ultra-rare specimens, coins so pristine and so flawless that they could command prices beyond imagination. Rumors swirled of a few near-perfect examples graded as MS-67 or even MS-68 read by top-tier grading agencies like PCGS and NGC. These coins weren't just rare, they were almost mythical. And then came the headlines. In a jaw-dropping development that stunned the numismatic community, whispers turned to reality when private auctions reportedly saw bids soar into the tens of millions. And then came the record-breaker acclaim that one singular example of the 1972 Coin of Liberty, a 1-cent piece in absolute mint perfection with the double die error, had fetched an eye-popping $430 million in a private sale between ultra-wealthy collectors. While this sale has never been publicly confirmed by major auction houses, the legend persists and fuels the hunt for the next big discovery. So why is this coin potentially worth hundreds of millions? Let's break it down. First, rarity. The 1972 double die obverse is among the rarest error coins from the modern era. Though thousands were minted, the number of pristine examples today is minuscule. Second, historical value. This coin is a snapshot of U.S. mint history, a time when quality control missed a major error that made it into the public's hands. Third, condition. Most 1972 pennies in circulation have been damaged, worn down, or corroded over decades. But finding one in untouched, mint-red condition is like finding a needle in a haystack, and that rarity drives prices into the stratosphere. Fourth, market speculation. The world of coin collecting is not just about rarity, it's also about demand, prestige, and the thrill of owning something no one else has. When high-net-worth individuals get into a bidding war, prices can skyrocket beyond reason. And that's how a penny can turn into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Now, let's talk about how to identify a 1972 double-die Lincoln cent. If you're looking through your change, here are the signs. Look carefully at the word Liberty. The letters should appear clearly. Double-check "In God We Trust." It should show a distinct doubling on most of the letters, especially the G, O, and Dan, of course. The date 1972 itself should show bold doubling. Make sure the doubling isn't caused by machine doubling or coin wear. True double dies show strong, rounded, Secondary impressions, and here's a tip: if you think you found one, don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can destroy its value. Put it in a protective holder and get it professionally graded. That's the only way to truly determine its value on the open market. Even lower grade 1972 double die cents can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars. A coin in uncirculated MS63 red condition can sell for $500 to $1,000. Higher grades, like MS65 or MS66 red, can range from $3,000 to $15,000. And then, at the very top, the finest known specimens can potentially be worth millions. Whether or not a sale really occurred at $430 million, the possibility remains, and the legend lives on. So the next time you're about to toss a penny aside, stop. Look. Examine. Because hidden in the palm of your hand could be one of the rarest and most valuable coins in American history. A humble piece of copper from 1972 with the face of Abraham Lincoln, the bold word liberty, and a double die mistake that turned a simple coin into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Thank you for joining us on this numismatic journey through time. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another story from the world of coins, currency, and collectibles. And hey, go check your change. Who knows, you might be sitting on a fortune. See you in the next video. Today, we're diving deep into the world of numismatics with a very special coin that has stirred up curiosity, debate, and even disbelief in recent years. I'm talking about the 1977 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin, a penny that might just be worth more than its weight in gold, a lot more. In fact, rumors and rare auction data have hinted at a jaw-dropping market value that reaches up to $470 million. Yes, you heard that right. $470 million, but how can a single penny be worth nearly $500 million? Let's break it down. Stay with me, because this is a story of history, mystery, rarity, and perhaps the most shocking hidden fortune in American pocket change. Let's begin at the beginning, the birth of the coin. The year is 1977. America is celebrating its 201st year of independence. Jimmy Carter is taking office. Star Wars has just hit theaters. And in the U.S. Mint, production is rolling out millions of Lincoln cents, one of the most produced and circulated coins in U.S. history. Designed originally in 1909 by Victor David Brenner to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 1-cent coin featuring the beloved 16th president has become a symbol of American heritage. On the obverse is Lincoln's right-facing bust. On the reverse, in 1977, still stands the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a structure honoring the president's legacy, engraved with the tiny statue of Lincoln visible inside, a remarkable design detail. Now let's zoom into the 1977 D. Lincoln cent. The D, of course, stands for the Denver Mint. Over 4 billion Lincoln cents were minted that year from Denver alone. So how does one of them rise to potentially astronomical value? Here's where things get interesting. While the 1977 D cent appears common, what most people don't know is that certain coins from this minting year exhibit errors, anomalies, and striking variations that make them extremely rare. We're talking double dies, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, and planchet errors. These coins, especially those in pristine condition, with sharp edges, original luster, and no signs of wear, can skyrocket in value among collectors. But beyond that, rumors have long circulated in the coin collecting community about a singular coin, a 1977 D penny unlike any other discovered in uncirculated condition, with perfect strike, mirror-like proof surfaces. And a never-before-seen metallurgical anomaly, possibly a prototype or minting experiment. This specific coin allegedly went under the radar for years, sitting quietly in a private collection, until it surfaced at an anonymous international auction. And the winning bid? A staggering $470 million. Now, the coin's documentation remains shrouded in mystery. There is debate whether this specific coin was made with experimental alloys, possibly bronze and zinc in unique ratios that were never released for public circulation. Some say it was struck using proof dies at the Denver Mint, which was not supposed to produce proofs at all, making it an accidental or intentional one-off. Others argue that this might have been a mint escapee, never meant to reach circulation. Still others claim it was the victim, or rather the beneficiary, of a high-profile misstrike, giving birth to the holy grail of error coins. So, is it real? Is this $470 million cent a myth or a magnificent reality? Let's talk about coin values in the real-world numismatic market. In typical circulated condition, a 1977 D Lincoln cent is worth, well, 1 cent. Maybe 2 or 3 cents to an average buyer. In uncirculated mint state, especially in grades MS65 or higher, it might sell for anywhere between $1 and $10. However, coins graded by PCGS or NGC in gem mint condition, especially with rare errors or anomalies, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For example, a 1977 D with a strong double die or an off-metal strike can bring in over $10,000 at auction. But here's the catch: coin collecting is not just about numbers and metals. It's about stories. It's about legacy. It's about the unexpected value of what seems ordinary. It's about that thrill of finding a fortune in your change jar. And this is why the 1977 D penny continues to fascinate and shock collectors across the globe. Now, you might be wondering, is there any chance you have one of these rare or even mythical versions of the 1977 D penny? Well, here's what to look for. First, check for a strong strike with full detail. The letters and numbers should be crisp. Lincoln's coat and beard should have visible texture. On the reverse, look for full steps on the Lincoln Memorial and sharp corner detail. Second, inspect for unusual coloring or material tone. A rare alloy mix could make your coin appear slightly different from the rest. Look for any shimmer or color variation. Third, search for errors. A double date, a repunched mint mark, an off-center strike, or any noticeable irregularity could turn an ordinary coin into a numismatic marvel. Lastly, get it graded. Always consult a professional third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high mint state grade combined with a rare error could be your ticket to the high-dollar game. So now, let's step back and take it all in. A coin created for 1 cent minted in the billions. Ignored by most. And yet perhaps one of the greatest accidental treasures of American minting, whether or not the $470 million figure holds under scrutiny. The truth is that coins like the 1977 D Lincoln cent can hide unimaginable value. Not just in dollars, but in stories, in mystery, in the dreams of every collector who dares to believe that greatness can be hiding in their spare change. So the next time you reach into your pocket, take a second. Flip over those coins. Look at the dates. The mint marks. The details. Who knows, maybe, just maybe, the next coin you hold will change your life forever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more amazing tales from the world of rare coins and hidden treasures. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin in circulation? Have you checked your 1977 D pennies lately? Until next time, happy hunting, and may your pocket change be golden.